money and it becomes sensitive, and it's like, why? I once sent you guys, you guys once invoiced me, and I saw that the way you invoiced me, I was like, I wonder, because this is a large sum of money. I think it was the fill up, the FNB fill up, you know. It was a large sum of money. It was a couple 100,000, and in my head I was like, when you invoice Slick on Life, I'm like, me, before I get myself into trouble. You know, you invoice like Slick on Life, and I asked myself, and I said, I wonder, because there's no VAT here, and I know that Cassper is making a lot of money, you know, but like this, and you know, I'm like, is it a conversation that, but already, you know.
Yeah, we operated without VAT for a long time.
Yeah, so, but I asked myself those questions, but you know, whenever you ask anybody about this, because I'm not an accountant and I'm not an expert, you know, I can say, yo, are you checking it out? And you'll go,
don't worry.
Exactly. But I wondered about that, and like, well, I never knew that, like, you had this thing, and SARS is not forgiving. I say SARS is like, I compare SARS to the hospital, you know, and it's unfortunate that it's SARS that's literally like ran by our government. Our government should be like, where's the education for creatives? They haven't built a structure for creatives.
Not just creatives.
I mean, but like, just a lot of people don't know. Business owners generally.
That's what I'm saying. Not just creatives.
Yeah. Business owners generally.
But it's built like that.
It's almost like, I feel like they built it to catch us out.
Exactly.
Not to help us.
It's built like that. We go to school, we do economics, but they never say anything about tax.
Exactly.
Like, why isn't tax taught in primary? Because like, it must be something that you are aware of from when they start with numbers. Like, when they say 1 + 1, they must say in the scenario that if tax wants 1 rand, you know, somewhere, and then build it into the actual, you know, laws of tax in high school, so that you're aware of this thing. Because a lot of us go through school thinking we want to get jobs, right? If I could just get paid 45,000 rand a month, that'd be good. But that means you actually get 20,000 rand a month. We don't know that. We think that 45 is ours.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Nobody works with tax in mind until you get in trouble.
Employment is okay, because at least maybe your company will literally will manage it for you to a certain extent. You know, employment is it's relative. But like, you think about business, you know, the biggest thing the reason why I started my own thing is because we were being chased with tax in 2007, 2008, 2009. You know what I mean? And you don't want anybody to go through that. So when I say tax, and that's what I'm saying, it's unfortunate that it's our government that doesn't have enough funding solutions for creatives, that doesn't have enough funding solutions for entrepreneurs who are starting businesses that are not global businesses. But when we do make it a work, they become the biggest enemy also. That's my problem with tax. And I always have an argument to go, but where were you when I was struggling anyway?
But that's what I'm saying.
Where were you when I was struggling?
That's what I'm saying, is built like that. That's the whole point. The system is perfect.
But it does. But
I'm saying we sing it as it's flawed. No, it's perfect for them. That's how it's supposed. It works for them.
I
the
know.
fact that we don't know is good for them.
Do you think that's fair though?
It's not.
Especially if you are saying that as South Africa, the South Africa we built, and they talk about the youth, the unemployment in youth, and we building these businesses that actually help youth, but they want to catch us out all the time.
That's why I'm saying that. You know they're not trying to.
You see, that's why I'm angry about this.
But we all know that the government or people who are in power, politicians, we all know they're not trying to help. It's a business.
Help or educate. Because sometimes some of them don't even know, by the way.
Some of them don't even know. Most of the time, the guy studied agriculture.
And he inherited a global business where all the tax things have been sorted out. He just has a name and he's just been in it. So they not, some of these guys who literally have all these businesses, they're not starting from scratch like us. What they started from scratch is fighting for a struggle. Thank you. But they haven't struggled economically to build something from zero. So that's why they can't be empathetic.
But that's what I'm saying. It's perfect for them because firstly they're not even thinking about that. They're thinking about money.
Yeah. And they think about live. Yes.
That's even that one. Let's not even talk about that. As soon as you take your head out a little bit, like, and because they mess with these young girls, like, yo, did you see Casper's car? What? Tomorrow they call SARS, and then they're on you, unfortunately, we don't have leaders or people who are in power who actually care about their jobs and their legacies. The other day, me and Tilly were talking about, if these guys actually just cared about their legacies, not even us.
Yeah.
Like, if they just cared about what people are going to say and remember about them, they would do such a great job. Just to say, Mandela. Everywhere you go, I'm an icon because I helped the people. No matter who says what. But, Tina, when we think Mandela, that's what we think. The politicians now, it's like, what do we think of you? When we hear your names,
the country collapsed because of you.
Is that brutal? You know what I mean? That's what we think of. I can't think of any politician right now that when you say his name or parliament member, when you say his name, I'm thinking, this guy was really
fighting for us.
That's why this new dude, Ntlantla Lux, like, he connects to the people. And, I think they all start like that anyway. It's very easy to connect with South Africans because you already know what we want to hear. So they can say these things that attract us easily, but when they are in power and they get there, it changes. Now it's like, how much money can I actually make of this thing? So that's what I'm saying. The system is perfect for them because it is working against us. And the more money that we make when we actually do become successful, it means the more money for them. And then we don't have time because we don't know. And then they'll catch us at the end. And it just keeps on happening over and over. They're not trying to educate us so that does not happen. They're not trying to empower us. When they do catch us out, they're not trying to help us out of that. They're trying to make sure that, they run you dry. So they can make an example of you. So with me, I don't even think about that. Like, it's one of the things.
It makes you angry, though. It makes you angry.
A lot.
And